Hi everyone, my name is Alecia Wichlinski and I'm here with Dr. Mishra. Would you like to introduce yourself and kind of give your background a bit?
Sure, I will go ahead and hello everyone, and thank you, Alicia, for interviewing me. I am assistant professor in the department. I joined Purdue Food Science in 2016 after about 8 years in food industry. So I was with Nestle Gerber Baby Foods, and then I worked with Mead Johnson Nutrition, another infant formula manufacturer. We installed a new line there. And I was looking to explore different ideas that I had and train students. So I chose the path of academia and came to Purdue about 3.5 years ago.
Oh,
Mhm.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get started with some questions here. So the first question's a little interesting, but if
Mhm.
pasteurization was set to a song, what song would it be set to?
Great question. Well, before that, let me tell you, because I am also a process engineer, so
Mhm.
I like to design things. So all of the design engineering and process engineering that goes into manufacturing any kind of food products. And also I'm a process authority. So with that, the song that comes to my mind is it's Shakira's song, "Oh Baby, When You Talk Like That, You Make
Oh,
So One Go." And
oh, hips don't lie.
somewhere it
That
says,
one.
yeah, somewhere it says, reading the science of my body. So I like that because it reminds me of reading all the thermocouples that we have in the system. So that gives us a good idea. And
I
there it.
like it. I like it. All right. Next question. What is the weirdest product you've helped consult?
The weirdest product, I get lots of requests. Even currently, people call me and say, give me process of something. So one of the weirdest thing that I came across, this was 6 months ago.
Mm.
Somebody was trying to make if you are familiar with the high protein kind of beverages,
Oh.
something like a Nestle's Boost or any other high protein beverages. So this
Mhm.
entrepreneur was trying to create a chicken based high protein beverage. So they were trying
Interesting.
to blend the chicken with other ingredients, and they were trying to make it a shelf stable product.
Hmm.
Well, if you can think of, that's the most higher level of category product that we can manufacture in terms of its safety.
Hmm.
So I think that was quite unique, challenging, and
Hmm.
mixing chicken puree in a beverage. I
Yeah.
thought that was interesting. I don't know if you would like it, Alicia.
Yeah. I don't know. Did it taste good or was it?
I did not taste it.
You didn't
I
taste it.
gave the process.
Yeah. I don't know if I would want to taste that. All right. What is your favorite type of baby food you've worked on?
Great question. Well, I did spend quite a bit of time in infant formula baby food manufacturing. Um,
Hmm.
One of the cool things that we did with baby foods, this was for toddlers. We
Hmm.
added particles in the product. So let's say if you have a sweet potato puree based product, we added tiny particles, which is quarter of an inch to 3/8 of an inch particle.
Hmm.
And that's one of the challenging processes to design. So that's what we worked on for number of years, and eventually we did commercialize that product. So
Oh,
I would
wow.
say that's my favorite type of baby product that we did.
Interesting. Do you have like a favorite flavor or anything?
Yeah, there were. I liked the one. There was a mango base with it. So mango based puree, and it had the carrot particles in them. So I used to like
Oh,
that one.
that sounds
If,
pretty
to
good.
tell you the truth, I like baby food, so don't judge me.
I mean, it sounds good. It's just like fruit and vegetables. So,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. All right. So, what is the coolest thing you've done in your career so far?
Oh, that's well, it links to the previous question. Actually, the coolest thing that we did was for that product that I was describing with the particles,
Mm-hmm.
and we worked on it for a number of years. We did because it's one of a kind. In
Yeah.
US there is no aseptic processing with particles,
Mhm.
so we had to go through initial processes of qualification and validation. So we did one pilot validation, we did second pilot validation, and then we went commercial with it. So when we installed it commercially, this was first of a kind in US, and it still is. So I would say that's the coolest thing that I have done, all the way from a concept to commercialization. Okay, I think that
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. Lots of long hours, lots of discussions with the regulatory agencies, and the process that we designed for it. It's pretty unique. So I would
Wow.
say that's the most important one.
It's a pretty good, amazing accomplishment.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, it was quite a bit. It was a team effort, but we did it.
Nice. All right. So, if you could make a business around one food product, what would it be?
Ah, great question. One product. Well, for me, I like more of the plant-based products. So one thing that I don't see in market is 100% juice that is non-refrigerated. So in
Okay.
refrigerated section, you can still find good 100% juices. In
Mm-hmm.
aseptic, you don't find it. So I think if I have to do, I would do 100% aseptic juice with really high quality, so it preserve all the nutrients
Mm.
that it needs. So that would what I would like to do if I have to make a business around it.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Mhm.
Um, if you had to pick one aseptically processed food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Banana puree.
Banana puree. Why is that?
I because that's how I started. I started my professional career at Gerber Baby Foods.
Uh-huh.
So I used to eat all of the baby formulas, not the formulas, but the baby food with the carrot puree, sweet potato puree, and other things. And I somehow liked that banana puree uh, quite a bit. So
It
I would
sounds
say
kind of
I can eat it for a really long time.
good. Do you still eat it?
Well, I love bananas, so yes, whenever I get a chance, I do like the purees.
I don't blame you. I mean, it sounds kind of good.
Yes.
What is your favorite part about your job?
The favorite part about my job is engaging in the problem solving and brainstorming,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the students, because that's what we did in industry. We used to have teams to work on, but now that I am here, I have my undergraduate students that work in our lab or the graduate students. So I do brainstorm with our students to come up with solutions. And because of my extension appointment, we get quite a bit of requests from food industry.
Oh,
So
okay.
most of our extension work and research is revolving around the requests from industry. So uh, I would say that's my favorite part of the job. I mean, we come up with really good solutions, and it goes back to the quality of the research work that we do,
Mm-hmm.
and also the troubleshooting aspects. And we have a really good pilot plant. So if we have to simulate any commercial processes, we would do that. And we have been bringing lots of newer equipments in the pilot plant. So we have
Mm-hmm.
state of the art retort, aseptic processing, a hot fill that we can simulate. And there are lots of others as well. So that makes it really, really interesting for me, the practical application of the research.
Wow. So do you do a lot of work in the pilot plant then in the
Yes,
food science program?
yes, we do quite a bit of work in the pilot plant. Even for all of our research work, most of my students use pilot equipments.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a class in there last semester. Like I took food science 162 and we did a lot of tours in the pilot plant. And
Okay.
it's amazing, like all the different processes, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, I'm glad you got a chance. I think as you move along in your program, Alicia, I think you will get more chance to work on it. And that's what I would suggest to other students as well. It's really nice thing that we have at Purdue.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
Yeah.
What's the most rewarding part about your job? I'm sure that kind of ties into the last
Yeah,
question, but
that's true. Um, the
or like
most
some advice maybe or something like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, I think again it with the um, students training students. So one step back, my transition from industry to academia,
Mm-hmm.
there were two things that I wanted to do. One was um, exploring all the ideas that I had around food processing, the safety and quality and such. And second thing was to train students in this critical area of process engineering and process authority, food safety and food quality.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been doing those two things, and I think that's the most rewarding experience, because when I see that when the students start their research, I see them that okay, they are learning, and within few months to well into their program, they start to grab the idea and do some really nice things. So when I see them performing at their highest levels,
Mm-hmm.
that makes me proud that okay, we will have really good students trained in these very specific areas of food industry, and going to go out and work in the industry. I think that would make a good mark as well for our food science program. With the one thing I forgot to mention is we do lots of extension workshops. We have food industry. So this year we couldn't do on campus, but we have been
Mm-hmm.
doing it virtual live trainings.
Oh yeah.
So we have about 60 to 70 food industry professionals join, and our students get to interact with the industry folks and get a first-hand experience on what they do with their professional career, where do they see future of food industry going. So all of that ties into very nice experience for the students. So when I see them growing in the program,
Mm-hmm.
that's most rewarding experience for me for this job, and I like
Yeah.
that very much.
That must be pretty cool to see where like everyone ends up and
Yeah,
what part of the industry they move into. And
yeah, definitely, definitely.
yeah.
So this year I had two of my master's student defended their thesis. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so both of them are continuing their one is continuing her PhD at Purdue,
Mm-hmm.
and second student, he is going to Tennessee for pursuing his higher studies.
Oh wow.
And they did get good practical experience in the industry, because we have projects that are tied with industry
Mm-hmm.
partners, and you would also get a chance to go to the industry on their equipments, and you have a chance to work on the real food processing equipments.
Oh, very cool. All right. Well, is there those are all the questions I have, but is there any like advice that you'd like to give um, the incoming freshmen or just all the undergrads in general?
Sure. So for incoming freshmen, I would say welcome to Purdue Food Science. I think we have a very exciting program. You already know there are different pathways to choose from within food science, and
Mm-hmm.
and the quality of research and the quality of equipment that we have, it's really outstanding. And I mentioned it earlier, the pilot plant, you wouldn't find it most of the places. So um, do the do the best, because the things that we have can really benefit you in long run. So I suggest to all the students, and that goes to current student and yourself also, to learn as much as you can while you are here and interact with the faculty members, learn from their expertise. This is the best years uh, to learn and grow, because once you step into the industry, or maybe you go for higher education, you go as a fully prepared student,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and everybody would like that aspect, because you would know lots of different things around food science in terms of either microbiology or chemistry or food processing and nutrition. So you get a breadth of the experience, even though you like one particular thing. So let's say you like process engineering, but
Mm-hmm.
explore your areas in microbiology and chemistry, so you understand how does this product gets impacted when we go to commercial manufacturing.
Mm-hmm.
And once it works, you will have a much better idea of what the end product would look like, because that will be a little bit different
Mm-hmm.
than where you started. So that's my suggestions.
Yeah, definitely. I was amazed, like my freshman year, how many different opportunities and so many different things you can try out just to see like what you like in food science. Like there's just so many different things that you can do, and it's crazy. So
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
yeah, well, thank you very much for your time.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed our fireside chat.
I like your
So
fire.
yeah, thank you.